Boa noite Angola, boa noite Cabo Verde, boa noite Moçambique, boa noite África.
The last 5 years have been adventurous times for Angola, and it appears as though Angola is headed in the right direction.
When I look at the landscape of Africa, and I look at the talent pool of African leaders, by far John Lawrence is the forefront and at the head of the line.
President Lorenzo has moved his country more toward an opportunity society and free market-based economics, something which is rare, if not out of the question, in contemporary Africa.
Down a travel ban on 8 African nations.
They're getting determined. If you see what has happened in Angola in the past 5 years, you realize that though it has not been perfect, if you see how the country has moved, you realize that the fight against corruption has been a key driver of the current administration. Fight against corruption, trying to strengthen democracy, and those are the things that the Biden administration is looking at.
Democracy has not been friendly to the African continent. And in my 53 years of life as an Equatorian, I've come to realize that John Lawrence, whether you're talking about human rights, civil rights, democracy, freedom, good governance, civil society, he checks all those boxes when it comes to dealing with Africa in the 21st century.
In addition, the president understands that outside investment will always be needed in Angola. That is a fact of life, and that means he'll deal with the International Monetary Fund, the European Union, and yes, China, but not letting anyone become a dominant player in the Angolan economy.
And because we are seeing people who been prosecuted, we are seeing people who were untouchable in Angola right now in jail. We are seeing people who no one could have believed that those people could have spent even a day in jail. We are seeing money being recovered from people.
When I look at the next 5 years, I cannot see anyone on the landscape in Angola other than John Lawrence lead your people to the next 5 years with prosperity, health, education, and the socioeconomic viability that the country deserves.
Overall, that's a pretty good record for 5 years. And when one realizes that President Lorenzo is only the 3rd president since Angola became independent, it's hard, and this is from an old political reporter, to assess any formidable opponent to him. And I question whether there should be.
As you know, 38 years of the previous administration, or however many, you can't undo that in 5 years. So I hope that the very sensitive, sensible people of Angola will realize that in 5 years, he's made progress.
The country seems to be headed in the right direction. I just hope that he'll be able to maintain it, continue to fight corruption, continue to create jobs, and have that strong partnership with the U.S.
As someone who has watched African politics for the last 30 years, I honestly cannot think of any other person whose music and words with regard to his ambitions, his pledges as a candidate, and what he's put in effect as a president. There's no one out there on that landscape. So Angola is in good hands, and I hope that the good people of Angola will do the right thing and re-elect him for another 5 years.
Thank you, Gustavo.